A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, former President Donald Trump has ignited a political firestorm while visiting Valdosta, Georgia, in the wake of Hurricane Helene's devastating impact. Speaking in front of a furniture store that was severely damaged by the storm, Trump made a series of claims about President Joe Biden's response to the disaster, alleging that the president was sleeping while Georgia Governor Brian Kemp was trying to reach him. These assertions have been met with swift rebuttals from both Kemp and Biden, raising questions about the former president's motives and the accuracy of his statements. Upon landing in Valdosta, Trump claimed to reporters that Governor Kemp had been unable to get in touch with President Biden, saying he's been calling the president and hasn't been able to get him. He reiterated this claim during his speech, despite Kemp's earlier statement refuting the allegation. Kemp clarified that he had, in fact, spoken with Biden just the day before, stating, "The president just called me yesterday afternoon and said, 'Hey, what do you need?' He offered that if there are other things we need, just to call him directly." This direct communication contradicts Trump's narrative, highlighting a clear disconnect between the former president's claims and the reality of the situation. In a White House press briefing shortly after Trump's comments, Homeland Security Advisor Elizabeth Sherwood Randall confirmed that Biden had indeed reached out to Kemp, offering assistance and resources for storm recovery efforts. If the governor would like to speak to the president again, of course, the president will take his call, Sherwood Randall stated, further emphasizing the administration's commitment to supporting Georgia in its time of need. As the political tension escalated, President Biden himself responded to Trump's accusations during a press conference, stating, "He's lying, and the governor told him he was lying. I don't know why he does it, that's simply not true, and it's irresponsible." Biden's remarks reflect not only his frustration with the former president's misinformation, but also a broader concern for the impact such statements could have on those affected by the hurricane. The aftermath of Hurricane Helene has been severe, with at least 25 fatalities reported in Georgia alone, and approximately 1.3 million residents losing power at the storm's peak. As of Monday morning, nearly 500,000 individuals were still without electricity. The hurricane's destruction has left communities grappling with the challenges of recovery, making accurate information and effective communication more critical than ever. Trump's visit to Valdosta was accompanied by Franklin Graham, CEO of the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association, and a convoy of relief supplies, which included a tanker of gasoline and bottled water. However, details about the extent of the resources provided remained vague, raising questions about the effectiveness of the relief efforts. "We brought many wagons of resources," Trump claimed, yet specifics were lacking, leaving many to wonder about the actual support being offered to those in need. In contrast, Vice President Kamala Harris, who had canceled her scheduled events to focus on the hurricane response, emphasized the federal government's commitment to aiding affected communities. During a briefing from FEMA, she stated, "President Biden and I remain committed to ensuring that no community or state has to respond to this disaster alone." Harris outlined the federal response, which included emergency declarations for multiple states, ensuring that critical resources like food, water, and generators were available to those impacted by the storm. As the political landscape continues to shift in the wake of Hurricane Helene, Trump's remarks have not only drawn ire from the Biden administration, but have also sparked discussions about the intersection of disaster response and political maneuvering. With both Biden and Trump vying for public support in the lead-up to the November election, the handling of natural disasters has become a pivotal issue that could influence voter sentiment. In a landscape already fraught with division, the former president's decision to use the suffering caused by Hurricane Helene as a platform for political attacks raises ethical questions about the role of leaders during times of crisis. As communities in Georgia work tirelessly to recover and rebuild, the focus should remain on providing support and resources to those in need, rather than engaging in political theatrics. As this story unfolds, it remains to be seen how the public will respond to Trump's claims, and whether they will affect his standing in the upcoming election. For now, the people of Georgia continue to navigate the challenges posed by Hurricane Helene, hoping for swift recovery and support from their leaders. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.